Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us here today. My name is Dustin Wilson. I am the Southwest Regional Sales Manager for Fruno USA, and we apologize for the slight delay in getting things started off here, but we are doing this live. So hopefully you stuck around and we can go ahead and get started with this here. So these showcases will be going on as a weekly event that we're going to be doing every week here for the next several weeks. So please be sure to stop on by and take a look at us live, or you can go and find the recorded videos on YouTube and Facebook. We'll go ahead and we'll get started here. So imagine if you and your buddies are out fishing, or maybe you're on a charter boat. What do you do when somebody catches a really cool looking fish? Most people take out their phone and they take a picture of it, post it on all your social media accounts, but then what do you do with that photo afterwards? Well, here at Fruno, we thought it would be a great idea if you were able to take that photo and put it right onto your chart. That way you can have a geo-referenced picture to go with that with your catch there. So before I get too far into talking about our TZ First Mate app, I wanted to go over our catch feature that we have that we introduced with TZ Touch 3. Now, if you have a TZ Touch 2 unit, there's a software update that came out last summer, our version 7 software, that's going to enable this catch feature. So to use that feature, right next to your home button, there is an event icon. If you have a TZ Touch 3 9 or 12 inch, there is an icon up here in the upper right control panel. Using either one of those is going to bring you to the same information. When you tap on that, you'll be presented with the standard event screen, but you'll also notice this new row down here that has your fish. Now what you're going to see is the last 4 fish that you recorded, the last 4 species of fish that you recorded. If you were to catch something new, just hit that new button. And you'll be presented with this screen right here. Now this screen is going to have where the species is, so just tap on that, and it's going to present you a list of all the different fish that are loaded onto our system. And notice that the silhouette matches what the fish would look like. And we do that because this is going to drop that icon right onto your chart so that you can quickly look at your chart and visually see where you're catching certain types of fish at. So once you're set here, you can just hit that button next to what you caught. You can go into this section and put in the length and the weight of the fish, or you can put that information in later on through the edit feature. Once you're all done, just go ahead and hit OK. And you'll notice right underneath where our boat was, you'll see the silhouette of that fish we caught. Now, tap that, and you'll see the information that was logged with the catch, the latitude and longitude. Hit Edit, and this is going to bring you to a page where you can change some information. You can manually change the lat long if you need to, but you can also give the fish a name and a comment. So this is important because the name is going to be what's showed on the screen right underneath that icon. So for example, if you want to say Bob caught that fish, you can just type in Bob. You can also use it a day of the week that maybe you caught the fish, or whatever you want. This is really up to you and giving you the power to make records and be able to search through your list. Another neat thing is the comment section. Now the comment section is going to give you a lot more area to write on. And the cool thing about the comment section is you can put anything you want on there. You could start listing the bait that you use, or maybe the equipment that you use, the rods and reels. And the best part about all that is it's completely searchable through our list page. So once you have any of those comments, once you go to look at your list, you can search by name, and you can also search by comments. You just type in a keyword to search and it'll find everything that you had. So another thing that you might have noticed on that screen when I tapped it was the ability to add a screenshot. Now currently this is only on the TZ Touch 3 through our latest software update that came out. However, there will be an update for TZ Touch 2 in the near future that's going to enable it as well. So the neat thing about that is it's going to take an image of whatever's on the screen and have it geo-referenced to where you were on the chart at the time you took it. So what I mean by that is if you are looking at your radar screen and you wanted to take an image of that and put it on there, you can do that. Or say you're looking at your fish finder screen and maybe you're out looking for one type of fish, but then you see something on the bottom, maybe a wreck, or maybe something that's going to be really interesting that you want to maybe come back to later on. You hit that, tap that screenshot button, and now it's taking an image of that actual screen and putting it onto your chart so that you can pull that back later. So now you remember when you went over this certain area, this is exactly what your fish finder saw. You can go back and search through all your photos, all your catches, and everything else that's on there as well. So now that you're all caught up with our catch feature, let me talk to you a little bit about the app that we've been developing. So this is the TZ First Mate app. It's a free app available on Android and Apple devices, phone or tablet. So download it from your favorite app store today. And all you need to get into it is to create an account, or if you already have a TIMEZERO account, you can just log into that account as well. Once you've got logged in and you are all set to go, you'll be presented with this home screen. Now on this home screen, you'll see the options to log your catch or to add your photo. Now you can log a catch with a photo, or you can log a photo without the catch. So to log a catch is really simple. You'll see anything else that we've caught is going to be on here already, so we can scroll down and quickly see everything that we saw. But you can log catch, and from here you can choose a picture that's already on your phone, or you can hit this button to take a picture right away, or you can search through your library. If you've got pictures that you may have downloaded or saved to your phone, you could pull those up as well. So for this example, I'll go ahead and I'll hit on one of the blue fins here. Now from here, you could give it a name or a nickname. I'll just type in that it's mine. That's my fish right there. You could give it a nickname. It's going to pop up with some preloaded information. It's going to use the GPS signal either on your phone, or if you're networked together with your MFD, it's going to pull out that GPS signal. And then just hit the check mark when you're done. And what you're going to notice is it'll pop up here and say mine, but more importantly, it's going to pop right up on my chart. So if I zoom into where I just was, you'll see that the fish I was just trying to catch is now labeled right there. So that was the fish that I caught, and it's matched up here as well. So it's a really cool way to take a picture and have it synced up with your MFD. Now another thing you could do if you just want to log a catch without taking a picture is just hit that log catch button. And the log catch, you could just hit skip, and then you could just log the actual kind of fish that you caught, so you can keep a record of what you've caught anywhere. You can also just log a photo without a catch or without a fish at all. When you go to add photo, it's the same screen, but when you choose whatever you wanted, it's going to have you put just a name and a comment. So you can give somebody a name, you can give somebody a comment. You can choose to take pictures of whatever you want. Marinas, you could download a picture of marina to your phone, have it synced up to your MFD. That way you know what it looks like before you get there. You could take pictures of different ports. You could take pictures of lighthouses. Whatever you want to take a picture of, you could take it and then have it geo-referenced right there on your MFD. All right, so now we've gone over a couple ways to get photos and log catches both on your phone as well as on your MFD. But there's another secret tool that we've got available, and that's through a website called cloud.mytimezero.com, or as we just call it, the TZ Cloud. And you can access this from any web browser, whether you're using Apple, PC, or tablet, or phone. As long as you can get to a browser, you can log into this site using your same TIMEZERO account information that you logged into previously and be able to pull up this info. Now, what you're going to see when you log in is a very basic chart, but you'll have all your catches, all your photos, anything that you've logged onto your TZ Touch or your phone will appear here because it's all synced up as well. So now you can build a route from home. So you can do route planning. You can also create boundaries. So the routes are really simple. You just hit create route and build it wherever you wanted it to go, and then just hit done. Give your route a name, and you can change the color of the route if you'd like, and then just hit the X to close it out. So that would create a route for you. Now, also introduced in the TZ Touch 3 was the ability to create boundaries from within the MFD. Well, you also have the ability to create a boundary within this website. So you can go and click Create Boundary Area, and you can set these for whatever you'd like. If there's an area where you're not allowed to fish, if there's an area where you're not allowed to go through, or if there's just an area where you dropped a net that you wanted to keep track of, you can always build it however you'd like. You can set an alarm to it, so if you approach it, an alarm will go off, and you can give it a name, like no fishing. And You can check the information, you can move those points however you'd like, and when you're done, just hit the X button. And now, as long as your phone is on the same network as your laptop, it is going to sync that information for you. Now, you can also take your laptop onto your boat and sync that information to your MFD directly. Or if you don't have the ability to bring your laptop onto your boat, or you simply don't want to, you've got another option, and that's by using the FirstMate, the TZ FirstMate app that you have on there. Now, all you need to do is, when you're on your boat, log into the network that your boat is on, and you can either use its own ability to create its own internal network, or you can connect to another network that your MFD is connected to. And I'm going to do that right here. So I've signed off of the network that the laptop's on, and I'm going to sign on to the network that the TZ Touch is on. And now you'll notice when I open up my FirstMate, in just a couple seconds here, you're going to see the boundary and the route that I just created on my home computer pop up there as well. So once you click this little button there, you'll be able to actually pull up your route. You can see the name that you gave it as well. So all of that data and all that information that you synced up and created at home can now be accessed on your MFD without having internet access on your boat, just by using the TZ FirstMate app. Now, a question that I get asked a lot at boat shows is, how do you go about setting up a network or to get these devices connected without a Wi-Fi router, or to connect to an existing Wi-Fi router? Well, it's really easy to get to. In your home, go down into your settings, and under General, you're going to see right here in the middle, Wireless LAN Settings, as well as Connect to the Internet. Now, when you go into Wireless LAN Settings, there's two different options. One is for Connect to an existing LAN, and that's going to be used if you have a Wi-Fi network that you're connecting to, or to a marina Wi-Fi. The other option is to create a local network, and that's how we were able to sync the phone to the MFD without having any kind of internet connection. Another really useful thing about being able to connect these units to the internet is you can also download free weather information, as well as back up your information to the cloud. So what we introduced with TZ Touch 3 was a pin lock feature. And the pin lock feature is great because it helps keep all your information and data secure. So no one's hopping on your boat when you're not there, turning everything on, and stealing all your waypoints and tracks. So the PIN code will require you to put in a 4-digit code to access your MFD. But if you forget what that PIN code is, you're going to have to do a factory reset on this. Now, you've already got your points and your routes and your boundaries all synced up to your phone, so just sync that again and it backs up all that information. But some of the settings that you've actually put into the unit wouldn't be backed up that way. However, once this is connected to the internet, you could scroll down here and you could back up your settings to the cloud, as well as restore the settings back from the cloud if you've had to do a factory reset. So there's a lot of really useful ways that you can use to connect this device to the internet, or just to have them network together with each other. So there we have it, guys. We've talked a lot about being able to log our catches, being able to take photos, being able to create routes and boundaries at home, and how to transfer that information from your home computer onto your MFD on your boat. So we're going to go ahead and open it up now in case there's any questions or anybody might have anything. I've got a few guys here in the room with me that can help me and see what you guys might have written.
So one question, Dustin, how many pictures and catches can you store?
So for that, you can hold, and I'll show you here how to see what you've got already, but you can hold 1,000 catches and 1,000 photos. If you go under your general and scroll down, you can actually see your data usage on there already. So you can keep track of how many photos and how many catches that you've already input in there.
And another user asked, is this available for Android, the catch application?
Yeah, absolutely. So the TZ FirstMate app is available on Android and iOS devices. I've got it running on my cell phone here, as well as an Android tablet. It'll also work with iPhone as well.
And what if my fish species isn't listed?
That's a great question. So on here, if you notice, there's only a limited amount of space that we can put all the different species on there. So we did provide one that's down at the bottom, and it's just marked Other. So you can just hit Other if it's not listed. What I would recommend, though, if you do log it as Other, is that you be sure to give it a name. That way you can keep track of it a little bit better.
And do I need internet access to use FirstMate?
So You do just for the one-time setup. So when you first log into it, you are going to need that. So say for example, I've got it on my tablet where I don't always have Wi-Fi access and I don't have a mobile connection. Once you've logged into it, you can go out on the boat, take your pictures, log your catches, whatever you want to do. And then when you get back to having an internet connection, it's going to sync and back up all that data for you.
And that's all the questions currently, unless somebody else has something additional.
No? All right, nothing. Well, again, thank you guys so much for sticking around and coming by and checking us out. And like I mentioned, we're going to be doing these every week with our technology showcase. So we're going to be talking about different features and different products to help you get the most out of your equipment. If you have any questions about any of the products that we talked about today, be sure to visit your local authorized dealer or reseller. Oh, do we have one more question?
One more question.
All right.
It says, when a photo uploads from the app to the MFD, is a waypoint created permanently in the waypoint library?
So it's created as a photo if you're doing just a photo, or a catch if you're doing a catch. But yes, it is set up in its own library here, and you can see that as well under your lists. You'll have all your points, routes, and boundaries and everything that you've taken, and you can move that photo if you need to. So if it's not where you wanted it, you can either manually move it, or you can input the actual lat long of where you wanted it and reset it that way.
And another question come in, can I show all tracks on the application?
So the tracks won't actually show on the application, but it can back up that data for you. But it won't show you on the app. That would be on your MFD that you'd see that.
And that's it.
All right. Well, if you guys do have any more questions that we didn't get a chance to get around to, please be sure to ask your local authorized dealer or reseller, or check us out at FurunoUSA.com. And be sure to tune in next week. We'll be going over a little bit more on GPS and chart plotters. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day.